I get a new one.
One thing that can be entertaining at this point of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV. Happens every season.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix.
Oh, baby. Yes, nice too.
Durant is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Biyombo at the center filling out the middle. Ball against
I got
Brunson.
it on pro so I can get my overall up eventually. When I get to like 90
Ball with the ball.
I'll probably play.
Biyombo, the pass to Warren. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Unloads. And the shot by Warren, no good. The pass to Barrett. Shoots over Warren. Barrett, no good. And here are the Suns now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, they came into that game a little flat for whatever reason and just couldn't tap into the energy you need to compete.
Yeah, and that score got a little bit lopsided, so not the kind of effort that they want to repeat anytime soon.
Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound. Tries again. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
My God.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Book. He takes it in.
What? Follow me.
He did not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Booker is tremendous at driving to the inside, throws himself at the D to get the call.
Free throw good, Booker.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Now, here is our test. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Grimes with the bucket. Now here's Paul.
Knicks lead 4-2.
Booker outside. Shoots the 3. A shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Now here's Paul. After the miss from MP. The shot by KD. No good. Down low. Here's our test. Whistle blows.
And one, baby. And one, baby. And one, baby.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here.
Rolling, baby.
Really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Warren. Last time out, he had 13 points. Booker looking around. The ball. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close. Stolen by Artest.
Give me that, baby. Go.
The forward spots will be
that.
Barrett
No.
and Randall. Then it's MP. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Foul. That ain't no foul. You told me that's a foul.
R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France.
And the first one drops. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Oh, yeah, and Nash is RJ's godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Our test. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
A player gets a feel for that floater, can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Now, here's Warren. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Durant. Brunson against Paul. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Brunson. And it's Paul missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Artest to pass to Randall. Over Paul.
Come on, my assist, man.
And it's Warren with the ball for the Phoenix Suns.
Why do I give it to you?
Phoenix.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
We talked about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I called that.
I tell
That's
you,
deja vu.
Media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Please check in for T.J. Warren.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Randall. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
Paul kicks to Booker. Brunson against Paul.
First half, 2 minutes.
Booker outside. Inside. Out to Lee. From 20 feet out. No good from Booker. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Grimes. And it's all evened up. Grimes has got 5 now.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Booker outside.
Knicks time, 28-28.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Lee. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancer.
And the whole new group out on the floor. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks out front as they wrap up the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's crazy.
Here come your Knicks City Answers.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Warren is out there with Durant, and it's Biyombo at the center. Here's Grimes. Back to Artest. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Artest's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well,
I got there fast.
Houston lit up the floor. He finished with 23 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. That game had his name all over it. And Kevin, I'm sure he wants to write his name again over this one.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Now here's Paul after the miss from MP.
More proactive.
Pass to Warren. This one for 3. It's rebounded by New York. They host the Spurs after this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Randall.
Come on, pass it.
Shooting
Dang,
foul
I could have just
as the
dumped it
whistle
in.
blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah.
And when I said I was good, that don't mean that I'm good, as in like I can score like that.
Substitution.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Well, it's one thing in a game to do a great job of drawing fouls, but going to the free throw line and delivering, that's another.
Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
Here's KD. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And KD, now in his 30s, still continues to play with that bouncy, childlike energy. He loves the game.
Artest the best of Rose. MP deciding where to go with it. Right side Rose. New York needs to get off a shot. Artest, no good on that one. Great D that time from Durant.
Yo.
Loss against Quickly.
That should have been a block and that should have been a foul. I should have took over that
question. He got bumped on that shot.
The Suns have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
2 shots.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The pass to Hart. Here's Artest. And it is good at the buzzer.
Come on, man.
1 eye on the rim.
Can't
1 eye
contain
on the
me.
clock. Nice job.
It's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's New York feeling good.
45.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this.
Rahul bad. I didn't even say Rahul bad. Didn't even say Rahul bad. I gotta start telling people about my stream. So they come see me play. That's why I don't have
that's what
watching.
Can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's MP. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Durant against Randall. Passes it to Booker. Tries again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You wonder what it's going to be like when Baisley puts everything together. It's such a tough cover.
First free throw is good. Brent, the lead up to the 2019 draft was an interesting time for Darius Baisley.
Yeah, here's one of those players who opted out of going to college and ended up working for a shoe company prior to going to the draft the year before. Talked about going the G League route, but trained on his own, got himself ready, and he's showing some steady improvement here.
Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Kicks it to Booker. Pulls up. It's rebounded by New York. Artest's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way. So maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
Warren finds KD. Back to Warren. Pass to Durant. Knocks down the 3-ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But KD on this team, they are right
today. I'm
thick
playing
as far as contending.
on PS4. I don't have my camera, but I'm playing, and I have my audio. I'm talking to it right now. So when you come, you'll probably hear me talking. But
Hartenstein's checked in for MP. And a change for the Suns. Yambo is checked in for Baisley. The Knicks leading by 17. Pass to Grimes. Back to Barrett. Here's Hartenstein. There's the pass to Grimes. Fader on the way. It doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling.
and they don't even have to be there.
He's checked in for New York.
You can watch for like 5 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Barrett. Here's Artest. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Shots good by Durant.
A much stronger player now is KD, and that time powered through the contact.
To the middle. Durant with the steal.
Ooh, wow.
On the wing, Booker. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. And the dunk by
Why
Biyombo.
do I have to pick up the
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 15-point game. It's MP, top of the key. Barrett
What was that?
To Grimes. Back to Barrett. He dishes it to Artest. Offensive rebound. And Barrett gets it to go.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Knicks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win.
Yo, KD is like a god.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And what a tremendous performance it was for MP.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Our test on the way. Covered by Biombo. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
There's no foul.
That's good from our test.
At the line, 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. And it's
I don't know why they
ball.
changed the last.
They trail by 16.
Free throw
and it's Shamet missing. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to our test.
Wow.
Now Craig. KD looking around. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, I maxed that out. Yo, that went around twice.
Barry and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA.
I maxed my defensive badges.
We'll see you next time.
That's cool. That's the first time. The defensive, when you're a center, the defensive badges are the easiest, depending on the type of player you are. Really, like for real. Gonna go straight into another game.
Yeah, I'm going for a little bit of a counter pick here. You got John Smith. You get Yao Ming.
Absolutely.
You get Zhao Sming when you put them together. I'm going with my hero, Yao Ming.
I never realized that's why your name was Zhao Sming.
Yep.
Like that. Well, I hope you live up to the name because we have one more card to reveal for our opponents. Chris, what are you rolling with today?
A crucial time of year for a lot of teams, Smitty, deciding whether to go all in on the playoff chase or look ahead to next season.
I don't know, BA. For me, it's all about trying to make the playoffs and win a championship. Yes, you can still keep an eye on the future when you're trying to win.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. We've got Zach Collins, Devin Vassell out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Jones in at the 1. And he makes it.
One thing we knew Randall could do entering the league, finish inside through contact.
2-0. Pass to Sohan. On the wing, Vassell. Kicks it out to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Great pass from Devin. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Now the Knicks with it. And here is Barrett. On the wing, MP. Wide open look. That shot, no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Here's Sohan. 26 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he provided tenacious defense, tallied enough their steals, which energized their team. Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Vassell. That one drops for him.
Beautiful ball movement. Drawing kick. The defense can't catch up.
It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
That's so true, B.A. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
Now here's MP. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. The second effort. And the layup is up and in.
The defense getting out-hustled from the
three offensive rebounds, really?
For some reason, like blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Vassell, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Pass to Sohan. Shoots over Randall. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. The Knicks with the lead. Now Barrett. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
What a beautiful look. Randall continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Vassell can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And it's Barrett off the drive. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. When he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
I kept the one that was okay.
A big group substitution here for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Randall. Hart comes in for Barrett. Quickly is checked in for Grimes. And it's Derrick Rose in for Brunson. Now here's Graham. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Takes it inside. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. And here's New York now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. MP left side. Inside. Fades back. Outside Hart. Unloads.
Yeah, Rose. Oh, my God.
And his first shot of the game. No good. For San Antonio, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Guarded by Quickly. Here's Waters. And it's all from three-point range. The Knicks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Bates Diop, rebound.
You can't rely on these
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Out left to the wing. They double him with MP. Oh, Robinson with a block. And he's able to get it back. Ran for 3. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Quickly. Off target on the 15-footer.
He expects to make every one of those. And we expect
they didn't score.
So as we end the first quarter, already
one time. Like that's
it's the Knicks. They're up by 10. And
they scored 1 time. And the Knicks ain't even had good bet.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Suns played some superb basketball.
I played like a point guard.
It was a strong night for him on the boards, finishing with 9 rebounds. We keep seeing great nights from him. What a streak he is on.
No, that gotta be
he put forth a commanding performance and led the charge for his squad.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
Whether he's scoring, facilitating, hitting the glass, his focus is just to provide whatever they need.
Yeah, you're in the paint too long. You're in the paint too long.
Can't afford that kind of mistake.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
McDermott's checked in for San Antonio. And anytime a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe it.
No, you shouldn't be, A. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it.
Wait.
And I think some players do a better job than others.
And the Knicks making a change here. Grimes is checked in.
I don't get that logic.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. McDermott kicks it out to Collins. The wide open shot is on the money. Collins has got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, great find from Sohan. This is why his guys like playing with him.
McDermott against Barrett. Pass to MP to the inside.
Oh, my God.
Jones against Brunson. Steps back and fires. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Outside Barrett. To the paint. Here's MP. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So for the Knicks, Hartenstein comes. So it's New York. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the end.
I ain't gonna lie. It is tiring. It shouldn't be tiring, but it is tiring. It's pretty tiring.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second.
Not winning. We win, but
well, San Antonio shooting 27% in today's game.
Like, I'm
not good.
This Spurs franchise, one of the most storied in the sport, really trying to get back to their winning ways.
At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Then it's MP. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
MP, the pass to Randall. Basket's good. And the Knicks lead by 18. Well, Smitty, how about the Spurs here? A short playoff drought the last few seasons.
They've only missed the playoffs 7 times since coming to San Antonio, BA, including the last 3 years in a row. This fan base isn't used to these types of seasons.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Grimes. This one for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
19.
Here's Sohan. Vassell outside. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And it's Randall with the jam.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randall attacking with ferocity.
On the wing, McDermott. Pass to Sohan. It's not going to go for him. Oh, great D that time from MP.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Randall. Here's MP. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
They're on fire right now.
Double.
80% to start the second half.
Here's Sohan. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And for players, greatness can be defined so many ways, but giving back has to be a component of that. Wouldn't you say, Grant?
Well, to whom much is given, much is expected. In BA, I agree 100%. Players today understand the impact that they can have on others. I love that about the league, the players, the coaches, everyone involved, using this gift to make a change and a positive impact throughout the world.
He's so reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Out to the right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third. That three's off the mark. New York has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Randall, the pass to Brunson. Here's Grimes. Pass to MP. The 11-footer. The rebound by the Spurs. They host the Pistons after this one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Jones up top. Checked by Randall. Vassell can't get it to go.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And for Julius Randle, back in 2014, a nightmare start to his career, Grant.
Oh, man, so sad. I mean, Julius breaking his leg just 14 minutes into his NBA debut. A serious injury that required him to miss his entire rookie season. But give Randall credit for coming back and carving out a great career.
The triangle button for you to shoot.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. Brunson up top. Here's Grimes. They get the rebound. MP. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Vassell. 19 seconds left in the third. Right wing. And here's Collins for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Left side, Barrett. And the layup falls. Barrett's got 8 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
This is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And so it's the New York Knicks ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back with you shortly. Candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I'm still tired.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Jada Bates-Diop out there with Doug McDermott. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Waters in at the 3, the small forward. And in this era, we see some stars asking out, saying we don't have enough to win. Smitty, that's not the old school approach, is it?
It's not, BA, but what I would tell you now was totally different than the past. Is the length of contract. You have players now and teams have the option after 1, 2, or 3 years, so it definitely will be a lot of movement.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
Pass to Waiters. Over to the left wing. Goes up at the stripe. It's rebounded by New York.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Barrett with it. MP left side. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible. And so far, they've been super successful using this attack.
Oh my God.
But something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on
crazy,
the boards.
yo.
They're just
34.
the opposition on the
Yo,
offensive glass.
that's a lot. That's a lot of points in the paint.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And he comes up with a bucket. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Rose, the pass to Hart. Now Rose. From 10 feet away. And the Knicks miss again.
Get that.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Down low. Here's MP. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Mycareer's checked in for Bates Diop. Well, for the Knicks, what's it going to take to bring them back to the glory days?
Oh, that's a loaded question, BA. But first of all, a superstar would certainly help. They haven't really had one for quite some time. If they can either develop or attract an elite all-star player, that would be a start to turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
Outside Hart.
Wow.
To the middle. Lets it go from 11. Oh, they get a hand on it. Graham with it. Picked up by Rose. Outside Graham. Well, Graham, we're seeing players extend their careers. Often diet plays a big role. How important was that in your day, and how important do you think that is now?
It's so important. The food you put into your body, the rest, the recovery, all of that plays a role in extending your career and having great longevity along the way.
Back to Hartenstein.
Shoot that, man.
Bassey pulls it in. The Spurs have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And Smitty, Greg Popovich, you played for him. His 27th season as coach of the Spurs. How many more you think he has in him?
Well, BA, he's accomplished.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
I'm pretty satisfied with my player for the time being. I might stack up on some VC for some shoes or something. But I don't even know who I'm signed with, so I'm gonna get I'm gonna see who I'm signed with, and then no, we're not going to practice. Hawks still winning. We every time we lose like 2-3 games, or maybe 1.
Tall.
All right, I've gotten a couple wins on 2K TV, and we'll see what happens today. Best of luck to you guys.
It's time for payback.
Which in-game cards now?
Go up. Dang it.
Oh. Grant Hill, I guess.
We know some teams are stuck in the cycle of we think this is the year. We think we may finally get over the hump. And then the disappointment when it's not.
And Kevin, here is the reality. Winning championships in the NBA is extremely difficult. You can, as a front office, put a roster together on paper and think, okay, we have enough talent to win the championship, and for whatever reason, the pieces don't mesh. And the other part of this, Kevin, is sometimes luck goes into winning. A poorly timed injury, a guy who asks out that totally came out of the blue.
Give me that flat block,
baby. There are so many things that go into winning in this league.
And now the New York Knicks starters. The forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Then it's MG. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot.
And it's a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
2 shots. That one falls for Brunson. The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Now, here's Anunoby. You saw him with 10 points last game. Shot clock at 6. Porter passes to Porter. The kick out to Porter. The shot from 20 feet away. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's on.
I took that joke as soon as it left his hands.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Our test on the way. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And hitting the mid-range
they let me get that for early
gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Pirtle. His last outing he had 8 points. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Come on. And the Raptors miss again.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I was able to catch up with the Raptors head coach. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Well, David, thank you. We'll be looking for the defensive-minded approach coming in, Greg.
I like that they're focused on getting stops. Gives them the opportunity to turn that defense into offense.
Absolutely, and it keeps the score within reach. It keeps you out of desperation mode at the offensive end. That's never a good way to play.
I should have got there.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And Barrett gets it to go. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats.
I'm at A-, and we
They're contesting
only like
shots
3 minutes
and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds.
Yo, I'm
A-
already.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And great
They didn't score it all.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Achua, he's checked in for Purdy. And Trent subbed in for OG Anunoby. Manuel quickly, he's checked in for the Knicks. Siakam passes to Trent, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
MP finds Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Barrett's got 5 now.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now, here's Achua. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Yep, that one goes.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred VanVleet does just that.
Here's Brunson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Barrett the pass to Artest. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
The team really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam.
Perfect.
And then for New York, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Julius Randle. Josh Hart comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Trent. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Here's VanVleet. Just 5 to shoot. Looks for Artest. Gets it to him. Rose surveying the D. Pass to Robinson. Over Young. Artest left side. That one, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Achua.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's VanVleet. Some solid defense from Rose. And so it's New York, 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court for the Knicks. Hart is out there with Toppin. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's MP. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play. Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Siakam is checked in for
How was that a block?
Active defense from Jakob Poeltl. That's the key.
defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He finished with 20 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. That was just the latest in a solid string of performances from him. Obviously looking to keep the momentum going here this evening. We'll see how he does, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And the Knicks good for two.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Trent passes to Anunoby. Barrett against Porter. Back to Anunoby. Now the pass to Siakam. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well. Because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
To the inside. And the dunk by Purtle.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The Raptors making a switch here. Achua's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Randall's checked in for Toppin. Here's Brunson. Pass to Grimes. Randall against Trent. The 8-footer. Artest trying to get open. Randall with the bucket.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Here's Anunoby. Trent with the wide open look. That three off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Artest the pass to Grimes. New York moving the ball around. Now Artest passes it to Grimes. Outside Artest. Here's Brunson. Good in the assist goes to MP. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s. Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded.
And so it's the New York Knicks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have...
Hold on, let me check that real quick.
Been outstanding. outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Four blocks. I think I had 5. My max was 5 blocks. I'll try to get a triple double. Alright, let's aim to get a triple double. So we're gonna focus on.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
We've got Anunoby, Jakob Poeltl out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. and it's Van Vliet in the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Knicks now. Here's Grimes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Artest the pass to Brunson. Good, in the assist goes to MP. Artest's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Raptors trail by 20. Now here's Van Vliet. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
21? Averaging?
Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. The Knicks pull it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Grimes, that one falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this junction.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. MP finds Barrett. And here's Randall, covered by Van Vliet. Barrett for 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Pass to Porter. Back to Van Vliet. Will it go? It's hauled in by Artest. Artest's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 11. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Porter against Barrett. Porter with it. And the pass to Porter. From deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Grimes has got 4 rebounds in this game.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Now here's Porter. Fades back. Bertle's shot is off.
Yeah.
A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild.
Right.
There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their careers.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's just sad that I wish this came in 2.
Porter against Barrett. Back to Anunoby. Can they get it? And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Anunoby's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Grimes, defended by Pirtle. Here's Barrett. Offensive rebound. Outside for our test. Grimes passes to Randall. There's the triple. Porter.
Y'all can't make Jack. I'm trying to get assists.
And as we
I'm about to say, he made that.
Pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Knicks out front, running away with it. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting rebounded. No second shot. In transition, everyone talking. No open threes in transition.
And Tom Thibodeau wanting his...
No open threes.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
That was only like 2 games and we were playing for an hour. I think that was 2 games. thought it would make a change, but I guess no one can. Either people can't find my profile, or I don't know. I really don't know. It's okay. Cool. All right. Oh snap! I'm hungry. All I ate was some pizza earlier in the day. Then I drank a milkshake. I mean a smoothie. That's all I had. I didn't have much. Yeah, with these medications, you really gotta feed your body. I don't know if I can eat tonight. I might not be able to go to sleep if I don't eat. Play a neighborhood game, see where I go, see what happens. But it seems like every time I Alright, guys, I'm out.